Ladies and gentlemen, this shall be the last book haul ever on my channel. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and we are here today with my June monthly book haul that I do every month. So I guess I was being a little dramatic in saying it's my last book haul ever, but it is at least the last one that I would like to do for the next couple months. And here's why. I have no more shelf space. I have not had a shelf space in months, but I've just been lying to myself saying that it's fine. But I literally, the floor is now my bookshelf. So I have the piles here. I have a pile here. I have a pile behind this. I have this. I have this. That's a book haul. So yeah, so we're gonna try to not buy as many books. So if I buy a book, I'm not gonna yell at myself, because I'm not doing that. Because if she needs a book, she needs a book, okay? But we're just gonna try not to be frivolous about it. So in this book haul, I don't know what happened this month. This month was the month of buy series. Let's just buy the whole series, Katie. Buy it before you even read book 1. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Buy it before you even read from the author. Just do it. So that's what I did. I bought 3 series and then miscellaneous books, because that's just who I am at this point. That's just who I am. So we're going to start with the book of the months, because they're always thrillers, because I don't really buy romance books from book of the month because they're not my cup of tea. So the first one was a Goodwill find that my sister got me. And it's called Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett. This is basically about our heroine, whose younger or older sister, not too sure, is found murdered. And they think it was just something to do with drugs, but she knows that her sister would never do that. So she kind of goes on this hunt to figure out who killed her sister or what her sister was into. I think her sister was well known. It says, no one bats an eye when Black reality TV star is found dead except her estranged half-sister. So she goes on the hunt trying to figure out what happened to her sister. And then for the month of June, I ended up getting She Started It by, can't even say that name. Sean? Look, I don't like pronouncing authors' names on my channel because I never do them justice, and I just don't like it. So I am sorry. Gilbert, who wrote this, and basically, okay. So this is what I got from this book when I first read the little blurb. Was they did something in high school, and then their friend brings them all to this secluded island for revenge or something. And then I had a friend on Bookstagram read it, and she's like, I cried the third of the way the rest of the book. So I don't know what this is now. I thought it was a thriller, but now I'm not too sure. It's fine. And then the last book I got for June was The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I loved No Exit by Taylor Adams. I hated Hairpin Bridge. And then, so I'm hoping this one is another win for me, okay? Because I don't know how he wrote No Exit and then he wrote Hairpin Bridge. I don't know how it was the same author for both those books. You cannot tell me it was the same one. I refuse. So this one is about a book reviewer who reads a book and leaves not the best review. It's a 1-star review. And the author comes back and sends her an email or comments. It's can you please take that 1 star off, because it's my first book. I don't want to get bad press, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I can't do that because this is how I feel, and I'm not going to do anything. Thus starts a game of stalking. I don't know. I don't know if it's the author coming after her or someone else is coming after her, but like, doesn't it not just like put the fear of the good Lord into you if you're a book reviewer? like, I'm not afraid to leave a bad review because it's, it's how I feel. But it's just interesting to think that, hey, like, what if an author went to those lengths to be like, I'm going to get you, boo. You don't leave me a nasty review, So we'll see. But I just hope it's as good as No Exit was. Okay. And from there, we get into all the romances. Let's just start. Okay, we're going to start with these. So I was on Pango Books. That stupid app. And I saw someone had the whole series. What even is this called? I couldn't even tell. The Runaway series. Thanks so much. From Devney Perry. So I was like, hey, it was one of the people that I follow. I always buy books off of her. And I was like, hey, would you want to like bundle those and I'll take them off your hands? So she did. So I got the series, 5 books. And so I guess it starts with, I'm assuming that's book 1. No, it's not. Here's book 1. Okay. Runaway Road, Wild Highway, Quarter Miles, Forsaken Trail, Dotted Lines. I think it's Small Town. I don't even know. At this point, I'm just buying books because I'm like, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Go ahead and get it. Yeah. I do know Forsaken Trail is about a surprise pregnancy. So I do know that. Other than that, could not tell you. But, I mean, once you put all the books together, it's a set of keys, which I think is fantastic. But yeah. So, there's those. And then I was on Facebook, Pango Books, it doesn't matter. I'll find books to buy either way. So I was flipping through, so I wasn't flipping, I was scrolling through, and one of the book groups that I'm a part of, I saw one of the members was having a book sale. And she posted these. So I was like, yes, I will take those off your hands. So this is the Fallen Men series by Gianna Darling. No, I have not read any of her books, but I hear great things about this series. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get it. That way I'll have it whenever I do decide to read it. But this is a motorcycle club series. Each book's following a different trope. I don't know them all. But I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get these. The only problem, I do wish they were matte covers, but I'm not gonna be choosy in that. And then from that same girl, I ended up buying Sweet Temptation by Cora Riley. This is a nanny boss romance. Nanny boss. That's all I need to know. I like a good nanny boss. So, plus I don't know what it is. That ombre, every time I see that on Amazon, I was like, I need that book. Just for the pure ombre-ness that is the title. Now I have it. Okay. The next series. This is the last series, I promise. So I don't remember where I was. Well, was I scrolling through Instagram? Probably. Facebook? I don't know, something. And I saw where Nikki Ash was changing the covers of, I don't even know what the series is called. These 4 books. These 4 books here. And I was like, oh no. Because they've been on my wish list forever. And I was like, please, no. I like the people on the covers. Don't do this to me. So I went and I ran to Amazon and Pango Books. Because I got one of these from Pango Books. And I bought them because I like people covers. Sometimes the discreet ones are fine. But I don't mind people on the covers. So I went ahead and got them. So we have The Pickup. We've got Through His Eyes, which out of all of these, this is the one that I've heard the most of. Going Deep and On the Surface. And I don't know how it goes in order. But I think they're all standalones. But it's all a part of some series, which I really don't know what it's called right now. But I wanted them all, so I got them. So now I have them. Have you read a Nikki Ash? No, I haven't. So leave me alone. But when I want to, I now have a series that I can get into. And then the rest are just like standalones pretty much. So there's no more series to be had here. Dark and Quirky had some leftover books. They redid Blindside by Candy Steiner, something else, and then Heartless by Elsie Silver. So I did get Heartless. I haven't read this book. No, I haven't read this series. But you know what? I know a beautiful cover when I see one, and I has to have it. So I did. I grabbed it. I got it. And then it comes with like a little drawing of, I assume, like a scene from, but I'm confused because this girl's got brown hair and this girl's kind of blonde. So we'll see. It's okay. I don't care. Just the cover is gorgeous. So I went ahead and got that. Then on Panko Books again, because that app has my soul. I ended up getting Focused by Carla Sorensen, which is book 1 in the Ward Sister series, I do believe. And this is a sports romance. He's in football, and he was also her crush when she was younger. Now they have to work together. I don't know how she's affiliated with the team or anything, but he's a jerk. He's a jerk, and doesn't matter. She has to work with him. So I've heard good things. I don't know how many's in the series, 3 or 4, but people said it's good. I just wish it was matte, because then it would not shine in the faces of you all when I do this, because I talk with my hands. And then my sister, my good old sister, she's just so nice. She got me The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the author of The Fourth Wing, correct? That book that's everywhere right now? I'm pretty sure this is her. However, okay, so I was watching Peace Love Books channel where she was interviewing a audiobook narrator. And I can't remember which one it was at the time. Was it Teddy? It might have been Teddy Hamilton. I can't remember. But the person was like, there was only one time where I got really choked up while, narrating a book. And it was for this one. And I'm like, sold. I don't even know what the book's about, but now I want it. So I will leave that interview linked down below if you want to watch. I love that little series she does, because it's just so fascinating to learn about the audiobook world. But this one is, obviously you can tell, military. And I think what happens is he meets this guy in the military. And the guy that he meets has a sister. And something happens to the guy, and he leaves a letter stating that, would you please go and make sure my sister's okay and her family and take care of her and the kids, I think. So that's what he does. And I'm sure it's going to be gut-wrencher. And you know what? That's what I love. We all know that I love a good gut-wrenching book. So apparently it's as seen on TikTok. I mean, I don't do TikTok, so I'm going to take its word for it. But I am excited to get to read this. Okay, and then from there, I was gifted Heartbreak Warfare. Look, if you saw my last video? I talked about this being on my summer TBR. I can't wait to read this. Like, I'm another one I know is gonna my gut into, and I'm excited. It's another military romance, and basically our heroine is in the military. She goes overseas to serve. She meets our hero, and they go through a very traumatic event, and she comes back and she can't stop thinking about him, even though she's married and she has a kid, I'm pretty sure. So yes, there is cheating in this. So if that's not your cup of tea, do not read it. Just don't do it, okay? So, but I'm excited because one, the man. I love a good man. I love a good man on the cover. I will say that. I would die on that hill. Okay, the next 2 books were from my Mystic box for May, June, April, May. I don't know. I can't remember at this point, but it is Raw by Belle Aurora, and then Raw Rebirth by the same author. I have never read anything by this author, but from the looks of the cover, she looks like she's dark. It's dark, okay? So there is the sides of the book, and then inside, it came with fan art, but to be honest, I mixed them up, and I don't know if this goes with each of the books or not. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't say on the back. Okay, so we have this, and then we've got this one. Could not tell you if it was with the right book, because it fell, and it is what it is. But the covers are stunning. I mean, they're stunners. So, if anything, I got myself a set of very pretty books. Next, I was gifted The Wrong Bride by Katarina, or how do you say her name? So, is it Katarina Mora or Katharina Mora? Either way, I probably sound weird and stupid, but it's this book. I have been hearing nothing but good things about this author, and the covers are stunning. So, you know, I'm like, I love people on the cover. Well, yeah, I do. But if your covers are originally like this, then I'm gonna like these. I can't stand it when you change the cover from the person to make it more discreet. I'm just like, oh, okay, that is another topic. But this one, I do believe she has to marry someone who was meant for her sister, I think. Yes. So her sister doesn't show up on her wedding day to marry the man she's supposed to. So this sister steps in. You know what? I would like to think that my sister would step in for me if I could. She'd probably kill me, but I would like to think that she would do that for me. You know, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. You do it. She's gonna hate me if she sees this. It's fine. But we all know it's a romance. Does it have an HEA? I don't know. Probably. But I think there's 3 in the series. 2 or 3, something like that. But all the covers are beautiful. And then I was also gifted Bad Mother by Mia Sheridan, which I think is like, it's more of a thriller than a romance, I do believe. And I couldn't tell you why I put this on my wish list. I think because I read that it was like a thriller. It says she's a force to be reckoned with. You know what? That's all. Well, that's enough for me. That's all I need to know. Is it like a revenge? I should probably read the back. That's probably the best solution to me not knowing what my books are about. Okay, so this does sound like a romantic thriller, I guess you could say. So she's in the cop, and she has to end up going back home to Nevada, and she has an ex-fiance, but through all this, she is trying to track down the serial killer who leaves her notes stating that his mother has committed like a lot of murders as well, and he calls out her ex-fiance. So she's like, boo, I got you, I gotta protect you. So it sounds good. It sounds more like a thriller than a romance, so we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, the next book is Accidental Attachment by Max Monroe. There went my paper. That's great. Okay, so this book is about an author, and she accidentally sends her new editor a copy, a transcript, and she thinks she sends him her new paranormal romance book, and instead she sends him a copy of like this book that she's written about them, and like all the activities, the strenuous activities that she would like to do with him. Yes. And I think like he loves it and wants to publish it and all this stuff. So, and more than that, I'm you know, they're going to get together. That's just how it is. We all know that's how the book's going to end. So I'll be excited to I have papers coming out of this book like no one's business. But I'm excited. The cover's pretty. Never read anything by this author, but I'm sure that it's going to be a good time. Then I was gifted Storm by Carrie and Cole. I'm assuming this is a rock star romance. He's got a guitar. That could mean anything, really, but I'm going with that. And he's a tatted up man, which is always a plus. And I have no idea what else this is about. Not a clue. Because I saw the cover and I was like, ooh, pretty. So I put it on there. And now it's in my possession. But again, this is another author I haven't read, but I do own like 3 of her special editions. So you tell me who's the real winner. It's me. Okay, it's me. I then bought myself King of Pride by Anna Huan, which is book 2 in the Kings of Sin series. I've read book 1. I really enjoyed it. This is Kai and Isabel's story, and I have not read it yet, but now that I own it, it will get read here very, very soon. But I am just excited because I love book one. I thought it was really good, so I'll be excited to get into this one. Kai is like this billionaire, and Isabel works at like the club as a bartender. That is like an exclusive club that only certain people can get into. So it's like a different, you know, we got the different classes going on with that. But other than that, it's going to be a spicy good time. That's what I'm here for. And then the last 5 books were from the last chapter bookstore. I can't remember what was the trope. Was it Secret Baby? Surprise Baby? I think it was Surprise Baby. So we got Forsaken Trail by Devney Perry. And yes, that means I have 2 copies because I bought the series and then this was in the box. So my sister will probably end up getting a copy of this. And then we've got 1% of You by Michelle Gross, which is, I'm pretty sure it's a single mom. It can't be single mom. It has to be a surprise baby. What was those spots? Was it a surprise baby or was it a single parent? I don't know at this point, but I have this. A Chance Encounter by Nikki Ash, which I think is a rock star romance. And then we've got Meet Me Halfway by Lillian James, which I think is a single mom. Is this a single parent? I don't know anymore what this box was. And then Our Finest Hour by Jennifer Milliken. So those were the books that were in that box. And those are the books that I got in June. In all honesty, I think I have like 2 more coming next week, but that's besides the point. We're just not going to even go there. But if you have stuck around this long, I do want to do a little giveaway for you guys. So please hold while I grab the book. Okay, so if you're still here, congrats to you. You get to hear about the giveaway. So I ended up with 2 copies of Love in the Wild by Emma Castle. And it's basically a Tarzan retelling. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll keep one, duh, and I'll give away the other. So if you're interested in winning this, make sure that you are subscribed to me on here and following me on Instagram. That's linked down below. And then leave me a comment with your Instagram handle. That way I can get in contact with you if you are the winner. But yeah, I thought it would just be a nice way to give back to the people who have been watching. So those are all the books. That's the giveaway. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. I would love to have you in the family. My social media is linked down below as always. My Goodreads and my Instagram if you want to stay more up to date and day to day behind the scenes with my not so exciting life. You are more than welcome to do that. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. How long was it? Oh, why? You've got that. This has got to be taller than me. There we go. Okay. Swifties. But I am excited to get to my nose is itching so bad. Okay.